Okay, I'm just waiting for Embers Adrift QA to patch. What I can do in the meantime is bring up the release notes. Okay, briefly looking through the release notes. Most of it is in relation to the auction house. Fix some items not updating properly in real time. Fixed an issue where the last item in the auction house may continue to show after it was purchased. In fact, what I'll do, instead of actually just going blah 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 and reading these now, I will leave this on the screen and I'll come back and test them item by item in a minute. So nothing will be happening until I attempt to log in again once this patch has finished, and as you can see it is at 47%. Don't mind this effect that I've set up on here now, in that I've superimposed my camera with a green screen on the chat box on the bottom left. Don't mind that, because it's making the most of the real estate on the screen. It's not bad. Anyway, I'm obviously just stalling while I wait for this. This is at 63% now. So this is a game I'm working on in Unity. Well, I'm getting back to working on it. I haven't worked on it for 12 months. This Embers Adrift there. This BattleNet for when I'm playing well. Got my Steam down here. Got a little games folder that I ain't opening online. Got my little Kindle reader. And that's all you can see on the screen now, except for the recycle bin and a new folder. Clean this screen up so I can actually use it. 76%, 97%, wow, that was a big jump. Ready to play. Now what I will not do is show you my email address. So let's just drag that launch over onto another screen. Hopefully it's not going to be grumpy that I've moved it to another screen when I try and log in, when I try and go full screen. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Yeah, I'm going to have to swap to starting soon again while I log in. Be right back. Alright, it's worked this time. Whatever the little glitch was I had last time that didn't let me log in has gone away. Okay, we're into it. We're into the testing. What I will do is log into my night, because, in fact, no, I won't log into my night because I've already tested the auction house on my night. I'm going to swap to my Sentinel, because my Sentinel's got stuff in his bag and he's in town and he can test it, and I can test some of these alt things that were on the list. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Oh, bugger. He's not in town. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Ah, because at the time that the characters were copied over, he was sitting there waiting for raid bosses. So I will, because I can't remember the command to go straight to town, I'll use the mono. Be 1 second. While I do that, you can look at the clouds above my character's head and how realistic they look, how good they look. There's a guy called Ken Kesey that wrote a book called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and in that book he talks about something called a hen pecking party. Hen pecking party. Oh, I can't go to the city. Okay, I will go to Northreach with my 10 Embers Adrift. Ken Kesey wrote a book called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and in that book he talked about hen pecking parties. A hen pecking party is when someone initiates an argument that gets one person arguing with someone else, and then that person argues back with the original person, and they end up like hens, like one draws blood on the other, and as soon as there's the scent of blood in the air, all the hens come in and start pecking at each other. And then there ends up being blood everywhere. Why am I talking about this? Because that's the definition of social media. Comments on social media and anonymous posting on social media. Why am I talking about this? because it would be very easy for me as someone who supports multiple indie games to say, this indie game does this better than this indie game does something. And then someone will watch this and go, oh, you're talking shit about my indie game because you're talking up this indie game. Whereas all I would really want to do is say what I like about this indie game. I don't have any interest in saying the other indie game doesn't do this. So this is where I'm talking about the clouds. I love what they've done with the realism in this game. That does not mean I don't like how the other game's been put together. You may be able to guess what the other game is I'm talking about. It's another one I stream. So, anyway, that's henpecking parties. Look at that. How nice does this look? How nice does this look? And I'm not saying that in terms of deriding another game. I'm just saying this game looks bloody nice. And this is without the Unity 6 patch. The Unity 6 patch on another game looks bloody awesome. You can look at that on one of my other streams. I can't even imagine how this is going to look with the Unity 6 patch. Oh my god. But as I said, I'm not comparing them, I'm just saying what I like, because I am a big fan of multiple indie games, supporting multiple indie games, particularly Unity based indie games, because that's the game engine I make games in. I'm not throwing shit around. They are both amazing games in their own way. And it's like a bit of a Coke and Pepsi thing for me. If one does something and the other one is inspired to try and do something better, then we all win. Anyway, rant. I'm ranting. Rant over. Let's bring that up. Let's have a bit of a look through this. Now this is of course not going to work because as soon as I click here this is going to go away. So if I'm clever, I'll move that slightly there so I can get focus on it on my other screen. Okay, so why is there only one thing? Why is there only one thing on the auction house? Oh, because the last time I tested it was more than 5 days ago, I guess. Okay. Slow start, boys and girls. How about I just move my gathering bag over there. Bring this back over here. And I have a bit of a test. Now, hopefully my sound is a lot better this time than it was last time. That stream chat isn't particularly helpful, but whatever. If anyone is actually watching this, and you got something to say, I'll try and pick it up in the chat. Otherwise, I will be YouTubing this as is. Raw and uncut is just a test stream. Okay, fix some items not updating properly in real time. Yeah, I guess I can test that as I go. Fixed an issue where the last item in the auction house may continue to show after it was purchased. Damn. I don't think I've got 10 gold on this character to purchase that. No, I don't. But okay, let's just assume that works for now. Because I can't buy my own things, but what I can do is I can do that and post it. I can do that and post it. And I can do that and post it for 5 days. For 5 days. Now, one question I did have, that is 6 items. What I'm going to do is try and remember how to split those. So if I split those into 4 and 2, and I drag that onto there, and I just use the defaults, and I post current bid 4, buy it now 5. Now that's for 2 items. If I drag that onto there, and I post that, twice as many items, 5 and 9. So it's rounding. Hold on, what I didn't pay attention to was how many items it was. So let's go 4. Let's go 6. Let's go 8. Okay, well, what I meant was, if I put 4 of them up there, and it's saying it's 8 copper, is that 4 by 8 or is that 8 total? That is 8 total. Okay, so it's not a per unit price, it's an overall price. So it's going to suggest I do that for 12, which is the higher price, which is fine. So it's taking into account the number of items when it's making a suggestion. Cool. Let's just try this slider. So it's 1 now. Oh, it goes up in gold very, very quickly. It goes up very, very quickly. I still kind of think that slider is, the majority of that slider is not very useful. In fact, I wouldn't use that slider at all. How do I edit this if I'm not using the slider? I don't. I go in there and I go 0, 10, 99's fine. I could leave the buy it now like that. Oh, okay. It automatically toggled that to be 1 copper more than the auction price. Interesting. I assume that's desired behaviour. So what if I do that and I go like this and I make that 14, which is less than the 16? Is it going to complain? No, what it did was make it 1 more by default. Did it notify me that it did that? No. Okay, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's put a couple of these up here. I'm laughing because it was something that that llama wanted. Now I think I can have 10. I think I can have 10. So if I turn off those two and go my listings, Hold on, why doesn't it show my listings in my listings? Because it only shows my listings if I decide to see the options or buy it now. Okay, so that only works if one of those two is checked. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What does level 1 mean? What does level 1 mean? So Remy leaves are a level 20 item. Tough mandrake fibres are a level 15 item. So this only shows me items that are above that level that are on the auction house. Okay, that makes sense to me now. That's intuitive. Well, I picked it up pretty quickly. What am I looking at over here? What am I looking at over here? If I turn off my listings now, do I only see other people's listings? No, I still see all listings, including mine. Whereas that is to exclusively only see mine. Okay, current winning, nothing. Options, buy it now. Well, currently winning doesn't make a lot of sense with buy it now. Can use my listings. I'm not currently winning anything, so I'll go back to there. Okay, current bid is 10. I need something on there that's worth more to test that. Let me just quickly go through the release notes again. I'm not saying everything I'm thinking at the moment, so you will probably be confused by what I'm saying, but I'm just thinking through it a little bit. And if by randomly going through this you notice some bugs, or I explain to you how this works, then that's great. Fixed issue with buy it now minimum value not being updated when the auction toggle is disabled. Okay. Level filter now considers minimum material level. Yes, we just saw that. Currency picker dialog now properly adjusts based on limits after a text field is deselected. Okay. So let's drop these two in here. Let's go in here. Let's make, yeah, those numbers get too big, too big, too big. Okay, so if I make that 0 and then I deselect that, what's it updating? What's it updating? Currency picker dialog now properly adjusts based on limits after a text field is deselected. Currency picker dialog now properly adjusts. So once you swap between these, the picker adjusts. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I'm not quite getting it yet, but that's fine. It's early in the morning and my coffee hasn't kicked in yet. But still, you can probably see whether it's working alright, even though I'm not understanding it. Post that. What I am going to do is swap back to another character soon. Now that I've put some things up here on this character. Update auction house status texts in the footer. 5 of 11 shown. 5 of 11 shown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 11 shown. If I go big now as well, it's no different because I had a buy it now on everything. So if I drag those in there, I turn off buy it now, I post them, your active auctions 10 out of 10, that looks nice. Although that is at the bottom of the box and that is not at the bottom of the box. It'd be nice if they were at the same level. It'd be nice if they were at the same level, if possible. I can't remember. Can't remember if there's any other text that will appear in there at this stage. Turn off buy it now, 5 of 11 shown. So I've put 10 in there and there was one other. Okay. Update auction house status texts in the footer of the AH window. Okay, so what could I do to make that change? 5 of 11 shown. Why are there only 5 shown? My listings. Only show my listings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is it only showing 4 on my listings now? Why is it? Oh, because of the level thing. Duh. Okay, so if I bump this up, you're seeing that text change. Now there's none. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. This is updating as it goes. It's still bugging me that is sort of in the middle of that box vertically and that one sitting at the bottom. I'd like to see them both at the same height, but still nitpicking. Auction tooltip now indicates if the auction is yours or one of your alts. Auction tooltip. Auction, where am I seeing the tooltip? Your auction ends in 4 days, 23 hours, 47 minutes. Nice, nice. Right click to cancel. So if I just right click on it. Oh, okay. Right click to get the option to your auction cancel. Cancelled. 9 out of 10. And now that's 9 out of 10, so that's correct. And I have unread mail. So let's go and have a look at the unread mail. There's something about a gavel. Okay, so that's the gavel. There was something about a gavel. Mail from the auction house now has a gavel icon indicator. This only applies to new mail sent from the auction house. Any old message will not have this. Okay, cool, cool. So that's the gavel. Do I get the item back? Yes. Accept gives me the item back. Fair enough. Delete object. I guess, yeah. Stuff be cancelled. Really? That's the message. Okay, well that's fine. That's yeah, that's interesting. You may want to change that for go live. Stuff be cancelled, yo. Let's just have a look at those release notes again. I know I'm dawdling through this, I'm not going through it at any sort of efficient pace, but that's fine. You can see the messages that are coming out, can you? No, you can't, because my chat box is there. How about I remove that chat box? How about I remove that chat box? So that you can now see the messages that are showing up there. That's better, isn't it? And how about a lock? Unlock? It's very hard to see the difference between locked and unlocked. Totally irrelevant to this month's patch. But there you go. Now you can see the messages at least as they come through. Maximum bid increase is now 10%. Is there anything I can bid on? Not just mindlessly. See, I can't really bid on that. I can't really bid on that. Let's just read through this a little bit. Update auction house status text in the footer. Yeah. Auction tooltip now indicates if the auction is yours or one of your alts. Auction tooltip. Your auction. So if I swap to an alt, you know what? Why don't I do that right now? Why don't I do that right now? I hope you can hear me a bit better on this one than the last time. I'm learning to stream again. Oh bugger. You're not where I thought you would be. Let's just run into town. Keep holding the left shift button to go faster, and that's not working because that's a different game. Who's that bot walking up there? It's a guard. Why is the guard walking there and not on the path? Maybe it's his day off. Maybe he's a guard by name, but it's his day off. I'm slipping into regression test mode. How nice does that look? That sun coming through over that hill, through those trees. Looks magnificent. I'm not just saying that to stall. It really does look magnificent. The lack of people currently playing this game is a crime against the indie dev community. It's a crime against gaming itself. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that there are not more people playing this game right now. Just look at it. The game looks incredible. Whereas people will just play the same AAA crap that they've been playing for years and years and years. Getting those little packets of dopamine. whereas they could be playing something that makes them feel like they earn what they get, that looks absolutely magnificent. Now look, don't get me wrong, I play one of triple A games as well. And they have their place. But you know what? I'd rather spend the majority of my time working on working on testing and playing indie games. And maybe that's because I've been working on my own games as well, and that just changes how I perceive things. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's me that's got the unusual perspective. So be it. Yeah, I can see all this stuff. I can see all this stuff. Now, what did it say? Listings. Auction tooltip now indicates if the auction is yours or one of your alts. So if I click on that, it says, it doesn't say that I'm an alt, but it just, oh yes it does. Your alt, okay. Does it being my alt affect whether I can purchase it? How much money have I got on this too? Oh, 42 silver. Oh, 42 silver. So I can purchase something. Oh, I can cancel an auction on behalf of my alt. And it's been cancelled, but it doesn't send the items to me, it sends the items to my alt. So if I log back in on my alt, they will have a mail to say that that auction has been cancelled. It's pretty sophisticated for a little indie dev team, isn't it? That's amazing. If someone performs a buy now, the current bid is now properly returned to the owner. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. So you'd have to test that with a couple of people bidding, and then so I'm buying it out. It's not really something I can test right now. If you execute a buy it now on an auction, you are currently leading, then it will only remove the remaining amount. Okay. Again, I don't know. That's my auction. How do I buy that out? Can I? No, I can't buy my own. That was another note. So I cannot buy items from my alt. Where was that? You can no longer bid or buy now on your own auctions, and that also applies to your alts. I cannot buy things from my alt, but I'm not seeing an option to buy that either. Why am I not seeing the option to do that? Maybe because I don't have enough gold. I need something in there that someone else has put there that I have enough gold on my character to purchase, because I can't buy any of these. These are all greyed out to me because they're me. And that one's, I assume, greyed out to me because I don't have the funds available, because it's 10 and I've only got 265, so that's greyed out. So that's all correct, but it's not actually showing me one I can bid on anymore. I need someone else to get in here and put some stuff on here at a lower price. You can now properly cancel your odds. Yeah, I did that. You can no longer do that. Yeah, that's fine. Mail from the auction house has gavel. Yeah, so we've looked at all these things. I'm just doing it in a very random way. Increase the maximum height of the auction house window. The maximum height. So can I change the height? I can move it. Oh! Interesting. Wasn't even aware you could change that. That's cool. Can I go that way? No. No, and that kind of makes sense because that would just mess up a lot of things. But I can take that up and down. Nice. If you okay, there may not be a lot more that I can test properly, but seeing I'm on an alt and most of the stuff on here is my stuff. Listings now show a glove rather than a merchant cursor on hover. Yeah, I'm seeing a glove. Cool. What's a merchant cursor? What was the merchant cursor? Was it more like this one? Auction tooltip now indicates if the auction is yours on your house, so we did that. Update auction house status text on the footer. Now I think I may have covered most of this now, just in a very random fashion. Sorry, under. Currency picker dialog now properly adjusts. Yeah, our level filter now considers minimum material level. So if I do that, I can again level 15. So they are level. What level are those? Why am I not seeing a level? Our requirements level 50. Okay. They're level 15. Well, set to level 15. They're level 25. If I take that up, yeah, they go away. Yeah, cool. Fix an issue by now. Okay, now what else was there? Reduced postage cost for stackable items. Okay, how much is the postage cost anyway? How much is the postage cost? Hit a button where I can do something useful. Thank you. Postage cost. What was the postage cost of that? Auction submitted. Okay, let's just grab something else. Where is the postage cost? Where is the postage cost? 4. 4 is nothing. What's that? That's 10% roughly on 2 items. Just post it. Can I post a soul-bound item? Do I have a soul-bound item? Do I have a soul-bound item in my inventory? Why none of these soul-bound? Let's just put that in there. Now, if I go like that, that's going to go up very quickly. See, this slider, that frustrates me, that number goes up. See, and I know you're basing it on that being the maximum, but it's just, you can do that, and then you can just make that 0. I just find that's a little bit ugly. It's not a showstopper for releasing it, but I just think that will need to change in some way. So that's 25 and 1. Let me just bump that up. So if I sell this for 100 gold, is that going to... Still 1 for postage. I was kind of expecting that to be 1 gold, because it's at 100. So it's not a flat percentage. So that's 11. It's still 1. Is that correct? So if I'm selling it for 1 copper, it's still 1. Is that based on what it's worth? So I can auction this for 1 copper, turn off a buy it now, and it costs me 1 silver to auction it. This is a trap, isn't it? It's a trap for someone that's selling it. I can see myself doing that a lot. That's 29 and it's 1. I'll just put it up there for that. You will have to be careful, because you will make mistakes. But if you make a mistake, too many auctions active. This is not... Okay, so this is per account. 10 auctions per account, isn't it? Of course it is. Okay, so if I cancel that one, I can then post this one. Current bid's 29. Okay, because that was the price I chose. Now what if I cancel that one? Get my 6 moon rocks. Add a buy it now and not an auction. How much does it cost me? 12 copper for silver. What if I bump that up to 150? Still only 12. Okay, so the price for submitting it has got nothing to do with the price you sell it for. Is that correct? Okay. Interesting. Anyone want 6 glowing rocks for 681 gold? Be my guest. So I've now got 10 auctions again. Why am I only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 of 11 shown. Where are the other ones? Why am I not seeing the other ones? Can use? Oh, level. The level got me again. Okay, so I've had a bit of a look at it. I haven't broken anything yet. I understand what the level does. Expires within seller name. Does that work? So that's sorted by seller name. That's correct. Sort by item name. Correct. Current bid. Correct. Buy it now price. What if it doesn't have a buy it now price? Does it still show it? Drops them down the bottom. Okay. So if I make that current bid again, yeah, that looks right to me. So that all works. What if I go scales? Awesome. What if I go Helmet. No. Plate. No. Did I remove that again? Yeah, I did. Curious. If I go C-U-I-R. Yeah. What if I go plate? No. What if I go gold? Yes. What if I go out lens? Yes. What if I go defender? No. No. Okay. Is that limited to a class? No, it's not. Anyone, it's not a defender or any item, so that's fine. Let's just remove that. Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to test. I'm going to take, what if I take one of my soulbound items? Try and put that up there. What does that do? This item cannot be auctioned. Good. Correct. What if that's soulbound, that's soulbound, that's crafted. If I put them up there, you may only auction items from your inventory. So they have to be there to go there. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Post it. Now what if I go jute? Okay. I think anyone can wear jute pants as well, can't they? What if I go... Yeah, of course that's going to work. What if I find something that is defender only? Like my mole. It's QA. Do I care? Mace of the Great Hand. Defender and supporter. So if I move that down to there, I move that into there, I make that like that. I've got 10 options already, so cancel one of those, cancel one of those. I will post that. If I now go defender, yeah. What if I go supporter, yeah. What if I go striker? No. Correct. Awesome. What if I cancel my auction on that item? Does that send me a mail? What happened to that item? What happened to that item? Is that going to mail it to me? Where is that item? Whoa! Lots of expired auctions. Good. Even though I don't seem to have received something for that. Can I delete that? Please claim any okay, so that's deleting the mail, not deleting the item. Reply. I can reply to the postmaster. Okay. Inbox. Accept. Now delete. Nice. What happens when all these expire? Do I not get the money if I let this expire? I assume so. What happens if I can't delete it? I can't delete it until I claim the money. Okay. Now I can delete it. Okay. I think I've given it a bit of a test. Looks pretty solid. There may be exceptions that I haven't thought of. Because I've just been pretty much randomly trying to do things and see what happens. But it's looking pretty solid to me. I'm sure there'll be one or two things that may slip through, and unfortunately, because of the nature of the item, those things could be a real issue. But hopefully some other people will get on and test. Why isn't my character wearing pants? Why is my character not wearing pants? How bizarre. Anyway, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with the auction house. That'll do. If you've watched this and you've got something useful from it, great.